of Relentless Talk Radio. And today, the over topic for our show is how do you make when you get lemons, make lemonade. So that's our over topic for the show. But Alvie, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I'm Michelle. I'm excited for the interview. So who am I? Well, I'm a former pro athlete that had a tough time and had an injury and had to retire at an early age. Wasn't ready for it. Went down a pretty dark path for a while with some addiction problems and just depression, and almost died of a brain aneurysm back in 2013. And now I'm a health coach. I like to help people with their goals, and I'm making a living doing it, and absolutely love my line of work.
So how did that happen? Like, how did you get from professional athlete to a health coach? I mean, I guess in a way it makes sense. You're an athlete, you know how to get healthy, so you can share that with people. But there's a story behind it, isn't it? I mean,
well, let me be straight with right away. As an athlete back when I was playing, we weren't very healthy. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, we were at the field from 11 in the morning till 11 at night. We got off, went to the local Applebee's, had a couple beers or whatever, and ate whatever, and pizza, Domino's, you name it. So we weren't the healthiest bunch. Now it's changed a lot since then, but
I am like super happy to hear you actually admit that.
Oh yeah.
I was a gymnast growing up. I was an elite gymnast.
Right.
I'm 5'8" now, but I wasn't always 5'8". Mm-hmm. I got there kind of late to the game, right? So late to the game, I was 8 when I started. I was already old. And, someone told me that, eating lettuce, drinking vinegar and apples would keep me thin. It did. You know what I mean? Like, I stayed pretty skinny, but I wasn't getting good nutrition. So as a result, my joints got weak and my tendons didn't develop correctly. And that's kind of what led to my demise.
Yeah, no, it's a new ball game nowadays. I mean, no matter what you're doing in life in general, especially sports now, nutrition is such a huge part of it. I mean, I wish I would have had this knowledge and this nutrition when I was playing ball. That's for sure. And a lot of guys that have joined me that played ball said the same thing. They wish they would have had this whenever they were playing.
Oh yeah, and now we have a kids. Both of us use Isogenics as our nutrition partner, and there's a kids line. And one of the things that I want to do is talk to every single gymnast I can meet,
right,
and introduce them to that line, because not getting the right nutrition when you're in those development years is really not a good idea.
No, I have my kids do their power shakes every day.
That's awesome. So why health coaching? Why do you do it?
Well, when I was going through my tough times, right when I retired ball, I had about 13 years where I was in my own head. I was in my own way. I was a victim mentality. And I was just trying to self-medicate to forget that in my mind that I failed at being the pro athlete that I was, meant to be, in my mind. So, when I had my brain aneurysm back in 2013, it was a wake-up call. I had been praying, months for help because I needed it. I knew I wasn't going to last long. I knew I was on my way out, of this world because of the way I was living. And so when I had the aneurysm, it was a total wake up call. It was exactly what I needed. That shock, that kick in the butt, so to speak, to get myself back in order. So I started taking care of myself. I started eating better, eating the lean meats and the salads and everything, and doing it on my own. Started working out. I was 307 pounds. So I started off like walking. I was walking. This is a former pro athlete. And I started at 307 pounds, and I started walking to start my exercise. And then eating properly was a very big part of that. But I got to about 40 pounds down on my own, and then I hit the plateau. And that's when one of my former teammates who I played with, Darren Hooper, and his girlfriend, Jen McCaskill, who was my coach, they had reached out to me about Isogenics. And, I said, there was a buddy of mine who I highly respect, and he was incredibly built and what I wanted to be, which I ended up being, but, and he was inspiring me. So I told him I'd get back to him. So when I got stuck, I went ahead and called him back. I said, hey, what is this you're talking about? I'm ready. Whatever it is, I need to get on board and tell me how to do it. And I'll follow the program and we'll see what happens. So I did.
I have your before and after picture up on the screen right now.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
what amazes me, like the difference in your face.
Yeah.
when you're 307 pounds compared to what was the weight in your before and after?
So I got down to 223, and that right there was that was skinny. And then I got to that, which is about 245. That's when I won the Ice and Body Challenge in 2016. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it goes right along with your title of this radio show, Relentless Radio. I was relentless. I just said, and I love the show's name and the radio's name. So I was not going to let anything stop me. Getting back to where I wanted to be, to get to that body on the right. I was not going to let anything stop me. I had my goal set. I had been given a second chance at life. I mean, most people that have a brain aneurysm, a lot of them die. They don't make it.
Most people don't make it.
Yeah, they don't make it, or they get paralyzed, or something like that. And so I was very, very blessed. And so I took that and I said, I'm going for it. I'm going for the life I want to live, and I'm going to help inspire people along the way. And that was a big part of my journey, because I changed, because I started getting inspired by other people. And I had goals set. I did a vision board where I wanted to look like and how I wanted all these things. And it was because I was inspired too, and I got the second chance to do it.
So I'll tell you what happened for me is that I had kind of put in health coaching, as I good English there, I had put health coaching and my personal training business on hold. I've been a trainer for 35 years. I started when I was 4.
Right, there you go.
I met Trisha Wilkins and was planning on just referring her business, and decided to come on board. And so, of course, right away, I decided to do the Ice and Body Challenge.
Right.
Because I had already was planning on doing a bikini competition, which is like super scary for me to be up on a stage at 52 years old in a bikini.
Right.
It is scary, right? Yeah. So in the process of doing that competition and doing the Ice and Body Challenge, I think it's so smart of Isagenix to do this. Mm-hmm. That little girl athlete at 8 who was willing to do anything to get a trick and willing to do every compulsory like a bazillion times was reawakened. Yeah. And I just love that little person inside of me has been reawakened now in my trajectory as a business person, because I can bring that energy into my Isagenix business, into Relentless Talk Radio, and into the service that I love doing for entrepreneurs, which is really shouting out that you do have to be relentless. Like this is, you and I did a pre-show kind of test of Be Live, and your son was screaming in the background, and you got to get to the school, and I think sometimes people think that they got to wait until they're skinny. Yeah. They got to wait until all their ducks are in a row, and they got to wait until all the lemons has been made into lemonade already, and then they're gonna put their neck out there and start something new, right? Right. You and I both know that being relentless is messy.
Yeah, it is, but it's necessary. I mean, it's necessary to achieve great things. Yeah. You don't achieve great things by being content. You got to push. You got to enjoy it. And you got to enjoy it. And there's going to be rough times where maybe you're a little sore, you're a little tired, you're a little stressed. You got to find the reason why you did it in the first place to keep you going.
Right. Which kind of leads me into the next question. So what's the biggest lesson that you think that you've learned about being a business person? Because as a health coach, you are a business person. Right. I mean, you and I talked about this before broadcast as well, is that being in business is not a dirty thing, and making money is not a dirty thing. And so I like to talk about what the biggest lesson that business owners have learned in their business. And what's your biggest lesson, do you think?
Well, I was thinking about that. There's many lessons. I mean, I had zero experience with business. I was, when I played pro ball, I was entertaining, playing a sport, what I mean? And so when I got into this business, it was very obvious to me that the number one thing I've learned is to have unshakable belief in what you're doing. Like I have zero doubt that what I'm doing is absolutely changing people's lives.
Absolutely.
No doubt. And that's the thing that I think that most people that are not very successful in whatever business venture they are, I don't know if they're as unshakable as they need to be to make it happen. And I think that's what the one lesson that I really stuck out with me was just being unshakable with your belief.
I love that. So, when I first started, I've had 6 businesses of my own. Everybody always said you had to pick one thing, Michelle, and focus on it. Mm-hmm. And so I would compartmentalize myself. So if I was working on building a business, that was the only thing that people saw. If I was working on getting prepared for an athletic event. That was the only thing people saw. And last year I decided, you know what, that's kind of bullshit. That's not the way I am.
Right.
I am an artist and an athlete and an entrepreneur and a philanthropist. And I'm tenacious and relentless about all four of those things equally. Like, it's not like one's more important than the other, you know? And as a result, Relentless Talk Radio was born. And, you know, when I first started the show, everybody was saying, Michelle, you got to pick one. I'm like, well, I'm not picking one.
Right.
I'm bringing health and fitness back into my life, because every time I would do a photo shoot, my phone would blow up with, how are you doing that? How are you 52 and able to get into a bikini still? And so I was initially very nervous about bringing isogenics into the mix, because you're not supposed to talk about MLMs, right? You're not supposed to talk about marketing. But I am so, right? I so firmly believe that everyone is a network marketer. If someone asks you to go to a restaurant, you tell them, go ahead, tell me your favorite, what's your favorite restaurant in town, right, where you live?
Me? It's called Shakira. It's a Indian food cuisine. I love it.
So wouldn't you love it if every time someone went to Shakira's, they gave you a spiff?
Right. They gave me a little side. Here's your residual income for it.
Exactly. And so you found a way up and out of a very bad, literally a life-threatening health situation, and felt compelled to share it with people. And I love what you had to say. You just recently bought a new truck.
Ooh.
You got a brand new big ass truck. I mean, this is like, it's like you raised it 6 inches. It's black. It's like the sport version. Yeah. And one of the things you said in one of your lives that I watched recently was that you bought the truck, literally changing people's lives.
That's it.
And tell me about that. Tell me more about that.
Oh man, when I think of it, it just makes me emotional, which is not unusual for me. I'm pretty wear it on my sleeve.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know what? Whenever, you know, my life completely changed. I mean, you know, whenever, you know, I truly, let me just say this too. I have issues. I have stress. I have everything everyone has. A lot.
You have children.
I have children, and my wife's battling stage 4 breast cancer. I mean, I have all of the things that could knock you down. You know, when I was given that second chance at life, I truly believe that I was given that chance to help others achieve their best versions, because when I started when I started changing my ways, I was inspired, and I wanted to be that inspiration for other people. And so for me, you know, inspiring other people that began trusting me to help them get started on their journey. And my team will tell you, I mean, I keep up with you. I make sure that you have me as any questions you need answered. I'm there. I'm trying to inspire you. I make sure you look at my Facebook page, because I'm doing my best to inspire you as well, and myself, because it's everything I put out there is I need it too.
Amen.
Yeah. And so that truck is a accumulation of hard work, fun work. I love what I do. It's hard, but it's fun. Like, when I say hard, it just means, you know, there's times when I could rather go and do something else, but I would sit and I would make sure I made my calls, or made sure I did my post, you know, simple post, you know, that takes 2 minutes. I mean, there's, you know, or made a couple calls that I had to make, you know, that's not hard, but I enjoy it. I enjoy doing what I do. So that truck out there is beautiful, and it's an accumulation of that, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy about it, and I don't apologize for it at all. It's
absolutely.
I love.
You know, our friend Anne Marie got a Mercedes the same day.
I know. I saw that. Like, go girl.
It's money is not evil.
No.
You know, when I was a financial advisor at Edward Jones, I would tell him money is just the tool.
Hmm.
You know, it's not the money; it's what you do with the money. You know, so for me, I always give 10% of my revenue away to charity. It's part of tithing is part of my spiritual practice, right? Yeah. So my goal is to give $100,000 a year away. Yeah. See that, right? I want to put $100,000 a year in a foundation that perpetually gives. And one of the things that I want to do is to give 0% loans to business owners.
There you go.
When they can't get a bridge loan to get to the next level, you know what I mean? I know what it feels like to be like eating ramen noodles and have employees to pay. You know, it's not easy.
No.
So I mean, when I put my feet in the ground, it's not about the money.
Right.
It's about what I'm going to do with the money.
That's it.
You know, and I also this year I was thinking about the difference between encourage and inspire. And I think that oftentimes what I'm doing is I'm encouraging people.
Right.
And when I'm doing that, I'm also encouraging myself, because it's really hard to be a chicken shit when you tell other people not to be a chicken shit, right?
Right.
I mean, right?
Yeah, put your seatbelt on first and make sure you're with the seatbelt or the airbag, whatever it's called, or the oxygen.
Absolutely.
Your oxygen
So,
on first.
so your whole story is literally about taking a bad experience and turning it into lemonade. I mean, you took a near-death experience,
Yeah,
changed your life, and you're using that to not just help people to get healthy, but also to help them to become financially well. I love Isagenix mission.
yeah.
Our mission to end physical and financial pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, when I heard that, I was just going to send Trisha my business, you know what I mean? Like, people are asking me for health coaching. It wasn't something I wanted to do full time, so I was passing my business off. But when I heard that, I thought that's a complete in alignment with what my mission is with Micalizzi Enterprises and Relentless Talk Radio, is to help people earn a living. So I love that part about Isagenix, and you love that too, don't you?
I love it. I mean, I have close friends. My high school shortstop, he joined me about 2 months after I joined, and he's one of my executives, top builders, making six figures.
Awesome.
Mark and Jennifer Ostrowski are beautiful people. Mark won the Isobody in 2018, and his wife was an honorable mention, and they're right at that $100,000 area. And then a lot of people just wanted to get their products paid for. I mean, that's beautiful. Why would you want to pay for anything if you can just help a friend or two out?
Absolutely.
Why do you want to take it, right?
This guy, Daryl Snow, is just saying that he loves our passion and vision. I think that's pretty cool. Thanks, Daryl. I appreciate you saying that. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So you get an opportunity to help people with this company, which is really awesome. And you get to do it while you're driving your kids to school, and while you're living your life, and while you're buying a big ass truck. I mean, we were talking yesterday, you bought the truck in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
You drove it to Chicago, and we were having a chat. So we're working, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to be here in Phoenix for NYKO, which is a New Year's kickoff for Isagenix. And I forget the dates. Do you remember what the dates are?
Yes. January 22nd through the 25th, I believe.
So I'm super excited because I'm going to get to meet you in person, because right now you're outside of Chicago and in the burbs, right? So I'm super excited about that. And you're going to be talking, ironically, about social media, right?
Yeah. You know what? I mean, it's crazy how I just wanted to lose weight. That's it. I wanted to lose weight, but then it became I want to inspire people, and then it became I want to really help people, and then it became I want to help a lot of people. Then it became I wanted to win the Isobody. Then it became I wanted to train, and then it just kept going. I love it. I mean, I feel blessed. I really do. Yes, I'm going to be on stage doing a 12-minute segment about social media and how to be effective using it. So I'm excited. It's the first time I'll be training in front of the big house, on a topic. So I'm excited. I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna have a great time.
You're gonna be screaming, "Woo, Alvie!"
I'm gonna shave this off though. This is a Movember. It was for Movember, but I wanted to keep it because I was getting my truck, and I figured a truck and a beard, you gotta have the two, right? So it's coming off probably today, but anyways.
Well, it looks good to me, right? I was like, you get the before and after, so we know you look like smooth shave.
Yeah, I like the smooth shaving guy. That's me more. That's more me. But anyways, I don't know where I just got off tangent. I do that sometimes.
So I was just thinking about the fact that I was imagining, you and I share this in common. I'm working on 20 years sober. God willing, if I keep on doing what I'm doing, on June 1st, I'll be 20 years sober, right? I haven't picked up a drug or a drink in 20 years by the grace of God.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
And I was thinking about, the dark places we go when we're making those choices.
Yeah.
Where you were the night before you had your aneurysm.
Oh, yeah.
Crap that goes along with that. And then I'm imagining that guy and that dark spot, and then I'm seeing you on stage at NYKO, inspiring literally hundreds of thousands of people. Because not only will people be in the room, you're getting goosebumps. I love it. I love it. Hairs up, right? You're getting goosebumps because God doesn't make junk.
Yeah.
Okay, and he put us here to manifest his glory, right? Now, whether you believe in a rabbit or you have some other thing you believe in, but the sun goes up and goes down every day. You and I don't have charge over it. So there's something bigger out there that wants everybody to be their best self. And that's the thing that gets me, that's what motivates me, is how many people can I see step into the skin that God built for them, because you are perfect just the way you are.
I love it.
This is so awesome. So how can people get in touch with you?
Well, they can either go to my Facebook page at Alvie Shepherd. My name's spelled Alvie, then Shepherd like the Bible, Shepherd. Just go there. You'll see me on there every day, multiple times. And you could also text me. I mean, my phone number, I'll give it right now, 708-935-9203. Again, 708-935-9203. That's my text, my number. You could text me, message me. I'm easy to get a hold of.
That's so awesome. No, your Instagram is Coach Shepherd, right?
Yeah, my Instagram is Coach Shepherd. Yes, and my LinkedIn is Alvie Shepherd.
Coach Shepherd.
Yeah.
Alvie, I'm so impressed by you. I really am. I love your heart. I love how sincere you are. I love what a hard worker you are. I love what motivates you. I can't wait to meet you in person. And what other company can you talk? Can you literally message one of the top leaders in the company and say, hey, I've got the little podink, radio show that I do on Facebook. Will you come on and talk with me? And you just jumped at it. So
excited. I said, yes, of course.
Yay. I'm totally excited to have talked to you. Is there anything else you want to say in closing? We got a couple more minutes.
I just want to thank my wife and kids for putting up with me. I mean, I take what I do seriously, and I have fun doing it. And sometimes I go a little bit longer than normal. And my wife's a trooper, and I love what I do. What can I say? So other than that, just know that you can do it. Yes, you can. My hashtag is yes, you can. I mean it. If I can come from rock bottom and make it to where I've made it, and I'm still not where I'm gonna be, but I'm very happy with where I'm headed, and God is good.
So I'm putting your hashtag on the screen so people can see it before we go. So yes, you can. I just love that.
Yeah.
Just love that. Totally love that. Well, Alvie, thanks so much for your time today. I look forward to seeing you in January, brother. Enjoy your truck and drive it safely, please.
I will. I will definitely drive it safely, and I will enjoy it. Thank you very much, Michelle.
Take care. Bye-bye.
God bless.
All right, guys. So that's the wrap for the segment 2. And now we're going to be bringing on Michael Vigalendi, and I have to get the saying of his name correctly. So tune off for a couple seconds and come right back. I'm going to be on with Michael, and we're going to be talking about painting and how he makes lemons and a lemonade. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care.